Hey everyone, welcome back. So today I did a full look using the new collection from MAC Electric Wonder. This is some of my favorite packaging that I have seen. Everything is just so beautiful, even down to the tops of the lip products. So if you are interested in this collection, or sort of like what's on my face, or you've been curious about the collection, I go over what I think about the collection, try out the eyeshadows, and try out the face products and lip products. So if you're interested in that, then we're just gonna go ahead and get started into the video, and I do show swatches and everything, so let's just get going into it. I'll try and leave everything I can find in the collection linked down below, so I'm just gonna click off without this full face of makeup on and we'll get started. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and get into some of this collection. I'm going to start out with the eyeshadow palette. Now this is the 12 eyeshadow Natural Vice eyeshadow palette. I will have all the prices listed down below. The packaging on this collection, I have to say, is some of my absolute favorite packaging that MAC has ever had. This is just so aesthetically pleasing to me, this marble and pink and white. I absolutely love it. So this is a very good size mirror, and look at all the beautiful shades. Just a really pretty, the inside is like gold metal, and then the shadows, it looks like two rows right here, like going down, of 6 shades of that are matte, and then I would say 6 are shimmer. This one looks a little bit more of a satin down here as well. So let me just see. Yeah, it's a satin. So oh, cork is a satin too. So it looks like it says that the shades are Fab Accent, Pleasing to the Eye, Sun Tweaked, Diamond Butterfly, Valley of the Goddess, Cork, Struck Gold, Desert Rose, Smance, Magtique, Natural Vice, Go Wilder, and Rebel Pebble. So, and it gives the what finish they are on the sheet. So that is a little helpful sheet if you want to know the names, because other than that, that's the only spot the names are. So I'm just going to go in, I'm going to do a really simple, easy look with this palette, just something natural. I kind of want to play around with this diamond shade right here. I'm just going to do something, this has a lot of like pretty, like natural, like almost like taupey mauves in it. Okay, I'm going to go in with this matte mauve shade. It's the second one in. Let me see what the name of it is. Pleasing to the Eye. And I'm just going to pop this really quickly in the crease. Like I said, I'm going to try and do a really, like a go-to natural look for me. This seems like a really nice everyday palette. At least I would use this as an everyday palette. Really pretty. I love this mauve shade. Okay, then I'm gonna go in with this this middle matte shade that's called Cork. No, my bad. That's called Valley of Goddess, and it just looks like a matte, almost like a peachy-ish cream color. Just gonna layer that. Like I said, just a really easy natural look. This just reminds me of like something that someone could grab and go on an everyday type occasion. Okay, then I'm gonna go into this deep matte shade, and this is called Natural Vice, and I'm just gonna kind of go between these two on the bottom row right here, and I'm just gonna add that to the outer corner. Okay, so I went ahead and just used the blending brush and just blended that all out. I tried to place it more on the outer corner, and I did clean up my excess. I think I'm going to go in with this, what's the shade? Diamond Butterfly. This shade here on the outer corner, it's just a really pretty frost shade. I'm going to lay it down first with my finger, and then I'm going to get it wet and see if I can place it wet on top of that. But it's just a really shimmery frost shade. I'm going to kind of take this brush that we had that darker shade on and just kind of wiggle it through, because it sort of went up a little far. So I'm just gonna wiggle that through the crease. This went from an everyday look to a little bit more dramatic than I thought with that shade. So this is a little bit more next level. It's not necessarily my like everyday look, but definitely there are some everyday shades in here. If I would have gone with this lid shade, which is like a soft, almost like peach-ish type shade, a really pretty soft peach, that shade would have been really good. But I like this palette so far. There's like this really pretty satin shade that is almost like a toasty-ish bronze, and then this is like a more of a golden shade. It has a little bit of like a goldeny peach to it. That would have been a pretty everyday look color. And then we have like this really gold, yellowish golden shade. Again, really pretty. And then a bunch of really nice matte shades that are like more cool tone, some a little bit warm, but I would say this is like a neutral but on the cool side tone palette. And let me swatch this like brown with a little bit of shimmer in it over here, because I didn't use that shade, but that's really pretty. I almost feel like I should put a little bit of this like pink sort of shade to sort of tone down the shade that's on my lid, because I did want this to be a little bit more wearable. So I'm gonna just kind of tap that on, and then we're gonna go and blend that all out. Okay, so I think adding a little bit of this pinkish shade right here, one called Sun Tweaked, that really made a little bit of a difference of making this a little bit more wearable. This diamond one on the outer, the frost, it's very sort of like chunky, and it kind of just really is very frosty. It makes the look a little bit more dramatic than I wanted. I wanted like a nice little sheen on the eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and put liner on and finish up the eyes, and then we'll come back to the rest of the face products. Okay, for the rest of the look, I just put a white eyeliner on my inner waterline, and I mixed these two shades right here and put them on the lower lash line, and then just a little bit of bottom lash mascara. I tried to tap this little diamond color under my brow. That did not work out very well. And then I popped some Kiss lashes on. Style of these is the Next Generation Wispy lashes. So they're the blowout Kiss lashes. I think I've got them at either Ulta or Walgreens. Next product that we're going to try out, this is the Sun Soaked Strip Bronzer, Next to Nothing bronzer. The packaging, again, absolutely beautiful. The packaging on this is just gorgeous. Looks like it's going to be a good color. Let me go ahead and swatch it on my hand for you. Looks like it's going to be a good one. Right. I'm going to just, it's like a nice matte bronzer. Oh yeah, I like that color. That looks like a really nice color. All right, perhaps I went a little overboard with the bronzer, but I really like this. This is gonna go in my everyday use part of my collection. Plus the packaging on it is perfect. Next thing up in the collection, I have this Ignite Wonder Face Palette. Again, beautiful outer packaging, and then we have this just really gorgeous, I'm not sure if these are highlighters or like shimmery. There's some highlighters, and then there's some shimmery like cheek products. But I also want to look at really quick, a ton of lip products, but there is this other Electric Wonder Iridescent powder, and this just looks like a blush color almost, like a really pretty, reminds me of my mineralized skin finishes. And yeah, it's like almost this plummy sort of shade. So I kind of want to try this and then maybe one of the highlighters in that palette. So I'm going to use this for my blush. Just going to swirl around. This looks beautiful. Oh yeah, I like that because it's almost like this bronzy plum color. For this highlighting palette, I will swatch some of the colors. We have this first one, really pretty highlight shade. Almost has like a little bit of, this one's more golden, the one in the center is more golden. Like one's more peachy and one is more golden. And then we have this deeper, for like a deeper complexion, almost like a bronzy type color. I would use that as a blush. Then we have this shade, which is a really pretty, almost like pinkish highlight. Then we have this really pretty rosy, almost like rose gold peach, which I would use as a blush. And then this like more pink shade right here, which I would use as a blush. There are those three right there. I'm gonna go in between these two for my highlight today. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Okay, then in my inner corner, I'm gonna use some of this gold because I think that pinkish shade that I used is a little too dark for my inner corners. So I'm just gonna pop that shade in right there. I like this palette, but I don't find that the highlights are that smooth that I would gravitate towards it. So far I really like the eyeshadow palette. I like that bronzer and the blush sort of, what's this? This Into Eternity Electric Wonder Iridescent powder. I would definitely use that, or that would be something that I would purchase and recommend. But the blush palette, like, I don't know, it just sort of does leave a little bit of texture on the skin. Okay, moving on. There are so many lip products in this collection, like tons. I'm going to swatch them all and then choose my favorite. There is this lip gloss in Rock Stars, I think it's called. It's almost like this grayish sort of shimmer color. See that? Like almost has like this gray sort of hue to it. Okay, then we have a lip gloss, and this one is in Make Me, what does that say? Make Me Miracle. This is a really pretty, almost like a burgundy rose. The lid is like the pretty packaging. Oh, that's a really pretty berryish shade right there. And then we have the Marble Fawn. This one is a really beautiful, like goldeny, has like a golden with multi-dimensional. That's really pretty. That would be a good like center of the lip. This one is Coral of the Wild, and it's just a really neutral corally shade. Looks like an everyday sort of lip gloss. I like that one, like an everyday corally nude. So those are some of the lip glosses, and I'm gonna move on to the lipsticks, and then we'll choose one to put on. The lipsticks are again in like beautiful packaging. Like, look at this packaging, it's so pretty. This one is called Life in Sepia. Really pretty color. That would be pretty with that like taupe gloss over it. This one is called Feeling Sentimental, and this is just like a really nice nude shade, which is what I go for. We have Natural Born Leader, and this is a really pretty like berry, natural berry shade. I think I'm gonna go with the nude shade just for this look, and then we'll put one of the glosses on it. So this one is Feeling Sentimental. This lipstick is a satin, and I'm going to put on top of it this peachy gloss. This one is called Coral of the Wild, and just go for a really peachy nude look for this eye look. This lip is definitely giving me vibes of what I used to wear back in the day, and I'm not mad about it. I kind of like it. So that is the Electric Wonder collection. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing some of the products from it. I don't think this is the full collection, but it is some of the products. Thank you to MAC for sending me some of these products to try out. I personally would purchase the palettes. Really good. It seemed like every day they do have a cooler tone eyeshadow palette, even more cool tone than what I think I have. There's like that natural one, and then a more purpley sort of cool tone shades. And then I would definitely get this nude combination. That would be the lip products that I would gravitate towards, but there are a bunch of different pretty lip products. If nude isn't for you, the lip products do look beautiful. The face palette is something that I personally would steer away from. I just find that the highlighters aren't going to be what I would want. I like an extra dimension highlighters. I love those. The ones in this palette just aren't as pigmented as I like. I mean, it does look pretty on the cheeks, but I feel like it does show a little bit more texture on the face, so I would gravitate towards something else. But for the most part, everything I really loved. I loved the bronzing powder and then that sort of blush, the product that I used. So hopefully this helped. I will leave any of the products that I can find online linked down below. Please leave your comments down below if you have tried this collection out or if you have something in here that you are looking to buy. And I will see you all in the next video. Mwah.